Hey boo hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lay. For those of you who are new, welcome. Today we are going to be doing this look right here, which I like to call the classy smoky eye. Prom is around the corner and I wanted to throw out a couple of looks before prom season really hit hard. Classic smoky eye. Weddings, parties, prom, you name it. This is the go-to, especially like back in the day. This used to be the look when you went out for a night on the town. For this look, I wanted to pull out my HUDA Beauty Smokey Obsessions. Now, for prom, I think anyone who doesn't really have a lot of money, I used to work at Sephora. When I worked at Sephora, you had to spend a certain amount of money to get a full-on face. Fellas, I don't know if you guys know, but for us ladies, it takes, like, the best part about prom is getting ready. Mark my words. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who are going to prom, but for the ladies, I will say that the best part is getting ready. HUDA Beauty. This is the Smokey Obsessions palette. This is perfect for if you have like a night out type situation going on. It's the perfect like smoky eye. This black, oh my God, like I don't even like to say oh my but this black in here is so black, so pigmented, and so deep that like look at this. As you can see, it's about the size of like the palm of my hand, and this cost about $27 and you get 9 shades. I would say that the sizes of these pans are pretty reasonable. They're actually not bad, like compared to like the Anastasia palette. You get a certain amount of them and they're about the size of these pans, I'm not gonna lie. Like you get 9 eyeshadows and they're not like crappy eyeshadows either. They are bomb eyeshadows. Spice it up a little bit. Sometimes taking a bright color and kind of putting it in the crease area can help vamp up your smoky eye. This is the Morphe 35B. You can use a red, you can use a blue, purple, orange. I think those are the only shades. Yellow could work, but I don't know like how bright and pigmented it would be. But those are some colors that you can use instead of like this berry color, which I used out of the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. Some prom essentials that I like to mention. I have mentioned this in one of my prom videos before. This is the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. I use this as a base, but you can also mix this in your foundation to give your skin a very nice, hydrated, glowy look. This is one of the best liquid highlighters that I own. It is pretty pricey. I will say like it helps everything look smooth. If you want to have that Instagram I'm a bad type look, then you're going to want to go for the Cover FX Custom Enhancing Drops. This is in the shade Sunlight, and girl, when I say this is just pure, like it looks like someone took like a stick of gold and literally melted it and put it into this squeezy bottle or glass bottle, whatever. But look at that. I'm just going to let you have a moment with that. Yeah, I do makeup. I am a makeup artist and I am in the DMV area. Make sure you go to my website if you are in the area and you would like to have a group session for prom, because I do offer discounts for group makeup. The last thing I want to talk about, and I will probably mention some more of these in my upcoming prom videos, are the Stila Magnificent Metals and Glitters. These are perfect for pretty much if you want to do a nice simple look and you want to have a gold lid or you want to have sparkle and glitter and you don't want to get it all over the place. I will be doing a video with specifically just these and a makeup look for prom, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I'm not going to hold you up guys anymore. Let's go ahead and let's just jump right into the tutorial. So guys, we're going to start by priming our eyes. Since I am working with dark shadows, I am going to start with my eyes first, and I'm not even going to prime my face. So I'm starting with the MAC 24 Hour Extended Eye Base. You all know this is my favorite eye primer of all time. I'm using this because I know that it's going to keep my eyeshadows on for a long period of time. So now we're going in with the HUDA Beauty Smokey Obsessions, and look at these colors. They're so pretty. You can come up with a lot of creative night out looks with this. So what I'm doing here is I'm starting by setting the crease area and the brow bone area with a translucent powder, and then I'm going in with this tan transition shade. On my skin tone, it's almost identical to my skin tone, so I'm pretty much just using this to help transition the color that I'm going to use on top of the black. So I'm pretty much just buffing this into that area using windshield wiper motions, circular motions, and pretty much like patting it in the areas that I want it. This will just help create that gradient effect when the time has come. So here, this is Black Bean by NYX. I actually melted it into a pot. If you want a video on that, I can do that. Just let me know. So right here, I'm just spreading the product on my eyelid. Honestly, this probably wasn't the best idea because this was a little oily. So it did end up creasing a little later. But you could also use a gel eyeliner to prime your eyelid space, and that will probably last a little bit longer. So here I'm just buffing out the edges. I want to focus most of the color on the eyelid because that's where I want it to be the deepest. So I'm just using my fluffy brush to blend that out. And just let me explain, when you're doing a smoky eye, especially using blacks, it's going to look bad before it looks good. So now I'm going to take the scary color, the black. Now just wait, it's gonna look bad, but trust me, it'll pull together in the end. So you're just gonna take a flat packing brush, some eyeshadow brush, and yeah, we're gonna pat that all on your eyelid. You wanna do it very slowly, take your time. I had on a white shirt and I realized that I had on a white shirt, so I took it off. And then Callie came a-running because she just likes to be in my videos. So say hi, Callie. Hi. So now we're going to go ahead and pat that all on the eye space. And she didn't want to get off me at this point. So yes, Callie is in my lap. So now is when you would choose whatever color you want the black to transition out into. Today I wanted to use more of like a berry tone, so I chose Berry Pop by Dose of Colors in their Blushing Berries palette, and I just took a fluffy eyeshadow brush. It's not as fluffy as my crease brush, but it's a little fluffier than like an eyeshadow packing brush. I pretty much did a lot of circular motions between the clear space and the black, and this just helps create a gradient effect with the berry color because the black is going to it's going to mix into the berry. So you'll have a point where there is black, a point where there is black and berry, and then a point where it's just berry, and then the berry transitions into your brow bone highlight. So here I'm just doing circular motions, and once I'm pleased with what it looks like, I go ahead and take a baby wipe and wipe underneath my eyes. As you can see, a lot of the black just pretty much sat on top of my skin, so when you wipe it away you can see all that black. But that's what will happen on your foundation if you do your foundation first. So go ahead and add your mascara and eyeliner, and then you can move on to your face. So to prime my face, I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and then for foundation I'm using the Huda Beauty hashtag Full Filter foundation. This is in the shade Macchiato, and oh my gosh, when I say that this foundation is full coverage, it's going to cover everything. For my Huda Beauty foundation, I am a lot darker, not a lot darker, but I'm pretty much darker than the shade that I got. When I got it, the shade that I wanted was sold out, and I really wanted it. So I used the NYX pigment drops in the shade Warm to darken it up, just so that I can get away with it. I don't know if I can get away with it in the summer. I might just have to bite the bullet and get a darker shade, but for now this works. So now for concealer, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C11, and then I brighten it up using C8. Someone's texting me. So to put all that together, I'm going to be using my beauty blender just to help blend that into the skin. Yep, Callie. And then to set all that, and please excuse me, I started eating at this point because my camera had died and it was lunchtime. But to set under my eyes, I'm using the Cover FX translucent powder. I believe this doesn't have SPF, so it does not give you flashback. It's really good for if you are going to be taking photos. And I know this looks ridiculous, trust me. But putting powder in places where you crease helps prevent creasing. So I'm going to go ahead and cream contour using the Fenty Beauty Matte Matchsticks, and this is in the shade Truffle. And I'm just using a Luxie brush to blend that out. It's an angled brush. And now to dust away that baking powder. It's going to look really weird at first, but like I said, everything comes together by the time I'm done. So now I'm taking my Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder, and this is in the shade 174, and I'm going to go ahead and dust away all that white powder. Then I'm going to bronze up my face using the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And for blush, I'm going into my sculpting palette, and I'm using the Peaches by MAC. And now this pimple, I'm going to take my eyebrow Goof Proof in the shade number 6, and I'm going to just lightly dab on top of that pimple, so kind of create like a mole. And moles are not like black, so especially like if you're wearing makeup, it just helps to kind of like cover it a little bit and give it that look like I actually got foundation on a mole. So now I'm going to take the black out of the Smokies palette, and I'm going to hit the bottom lash line, and then I'm going to take that Berry Pop color from the Dose of Color Blushing Berries, and I'm going to smoke out that dark color, that black. Then we add our lower lash mascara, and you can see I started creasing right here, so I had to add more shadow to that area. So I'm just adding a little bit more black there, and it just helps everything look a little better. Now I'm going to contour my nose using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This was a sample that I got, but since it doesn't bronze like my face, I use it to contour my nose. And right here I'm using the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops, and I just put a little dollop on my hand, and I touched it with my beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the high points of my cheeks. I only did my cheeks with this because this can get really intense, and I don't like to intensify the front of my face. So now I'm going in with the Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette. I think this is still available, and I'm going with that shade Kitty Cat, and I'm going to lightly dust that over the Marc Jacobs drops area. As you can see, when I look forward, it does kind of give a little bit of a gray cast, which I was a little shocked about because I was assuming it would be a little more pinky, but that's okay. When I turn to the side, it looks good. So now I'm going to line my lips with the Bare Minerals lip liner in the shade Attitude. This is really close to the Cork by MAC. So this is actually one of my favorite lip liners. And I'm going to use the Old School Velvet Teddy by MAC. I love this lipstick so much. It's so pretty. You can actually just stop here if you wanted to and just leave it as this. Cute. But I think I'm going to take it up a notch because I have been loving this lip gloss so much. Boom. This is the Dose of Colors Goals lip gloss, and it just gives me so much life. So I'm going to apply it. So I went ahead and I just applied a little bit in the center of my lips. And I just hate getting lipstick on the applicator because I don't want it to mix in. So now you see my lashes are on and the glue is not dried yet. So what I do is take a little bit of the black eyeshadow out of the Huda Beauty, and I'm just going to place that on top, and as you can see, you can't even see it anymore. So now going in with my Stila glitters, I'm going in with this silver color, which I can't remember the name of it, but it will be on my blog. And voila! You are all set, done, and ready for prom or a night out or whatever you want to do this for. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, beauties, stay blessed.